Welcome you all to this 4-week online course on digital detox, reclaiming your life from web addiction. In this week, we are going to discuss on web addiction, its spectrum of uses and types, prevalence, risk factors, and causes for internet addiction. We all dwell in the digital age and nothing moves without internet. The internet what we use today was originated in 1969, developed by United States for digital communication in defense sector. During 1980s, the home computer known as personal computers that appeared on the digital scene and introduces the user-friendly machine that could be used by people in mainstream society. In 1989, Margaret Shorten was one of the first to raise actual concerns about the harms afflicted with the computer addiction to individuals in mainstream society, particularly the tech-savvy. Slowly, the internet and computer intruded in all sectors including education and health industry. The internet acts as a medium and made our life easy by online payment of bills to online degrees from overseas universities without leaving one's armchair. It allows the people across the globe to connect with one another for 24 hours into 7 days. At the same time, the technological innovation led to the most use of portable electronic devices and made the smartphone as indispensable part of modern day existence. Moreover, the consumer demand also caused the companies to scrutinize the habit-forming design practices and indirectly encourages the people to spend more time on their devices, partaking in infinite scrolling and replaying to messages and notifications or various behavioral nudges. But what happens if it is used in excess? It has the ability to interfere with work, life, relationship, and daily routines. The internet addiction disorder was first coined by US psychiatrist Dr. Ivan Goldberg. Generally, addiction of any kind, whether they are chemical or behavioral, is associated with an uncontrollable urge, that is, compulsive use, mostly accompanied with lots of control and a preoccupation with use and continued use despite the negative consequences. But abuse is different in that it is milder form of an addiction which can worry and create problems for the users. But the user is better equipped and better control over their behavior, allowing them to set limits and regulate their use. According to American Society of Addiction Medicine, the internet addiction refers to inability to consistently abstain, impairment in behavioral control, and craving to use the internet, diminished recognitions of a significant problem with one's behavior and interpersonal relationship, and a dysfunctional emotional response. It is sufficiently broad to encompass both addictive substance and behaviors. Various other terms have been proposed as an alternative to internet addiction. They include pathological internet use, problematic internet use, and compulsive internet use, among others, which may be implicit or explicit. When you look out into the broad spectrum, the spectrum of internet users, it ranges from casual to addictives. The casual users, generally older people, they mainly go online for specific tasks and logs off without lingering much and no signs of an addiction, and they show least interest in exploring the new apps. Whereas the initial users, they are usually young adults. They spend longer time in online than they initially planned and to some extent neglect the household chores, moderately interested in apps but not addicted to that. The experimenters, these individuals feel uneasy or anxious when not connected to the internet. They feel better when connected online. Consistently, they try out the new apps and technology. Whereas the addicts in denial, these users display the addictive behaviors like forming new relationships online and neglecting real world responsibilities. But they won't admit the feeling of uneasiness when they are not connected. They display the confidence in using mobile technology. Comes to the addicts. They are completely internet addicted and recognizes its negative impact on their lives. They are most confident in using the new apps as well as the technology. Evidences that categorized the internet addiction as either an obsessive compulsive disorder or an impulsive control disorder. Because of this, yet there is a controversy and the condition has not been included in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5th edition. Moreover, it was found that addiction is not mainly to the internet. It is on the content of the internet. The certain behaviors are addictive due to its provision of pleasure producing or reward promising stimuli or facilitation of communication, fostering of anonymity and encouragement of disinhibitions. Hence, it is always wise to specify the addictions based on the content or the behavior to which the individual is addicted rather than the general internet addiction or web addiction. Based on the content to which the people are addicted, 5 types of addictions were identified from the literatures. The net compulsion. Net compulsion means interactive activities online, which includes compulsive gambling, gaming, shopping, trading, stock market, or other obsessive use of internet. It can have a detrimental impact on one's financial stability. It disturbs the job-related duties and relationships. Whereas the cyber sex addiction, it means compulsive use of an internet to take part in adult chat rooms, fantasy role-playing sites, or to watch internet pornography. An obsession with any of these services can be harmful to one's ability to form real-world sexual, romantic, or intimate relationships. Whereas the cyber relationship addiction are deeply involved with finding and maintaining relationships online, often forgetting and neglecting their real-life families and friends. Mostly, they conceal their real identity and appearance called as catfish. When they are into the online social life and persona, they may be left with limited social skills and unrealistic expectations in making interactions which may lead to difficulty to make real-world connections, in turn more dependent on their cyber relationships. Comes to the next type, that is computer addiction, which is referred as computer gaming addiction and involves online and offline activities that can be done with their computer. As computers becomes more widely available, games such as Solitaire, Tetris and Minesweeper were programmed to their software. They often used to play these games, and if employed, they spend an excessive amount of time in playing these games, causing a notable decrease in productivity. The last type, the compulsive web surfing, which means obsessively surfing the information or surfing the web for the information or a database to a point in which you take time from your friends, family members or regular daytime tasks at work or at home. Though the internet provides the users with wealth of data and the knowledge, the compulsive information seeking reduces the work productivity and potentially lead to job termination. Now it's time for reflection spot quiz. What might be the causes of internet addiction? You can pause the video for a while and list the causes that comes across you. Is the causes for the internet addiction, it may be of personality issues. People with personality issues make them likely to become so dependent on a range of things such as the cigarettes, alcohol, gambling, other drugs or the internet. Sometimes the shy people or the shyness make the people to get addicted to the internet, or the introvert people, they get addicted to the internet. Usually these people, they believe that they can be either true selves when they are online. The biochemical responses, where the person's brain responds to the online rewards with the feel-good chemicals like the dopamine release. And this biochemical high level encourages the dependence on the particular behavior. People usually escape and they use that phenomena as a defense. The internet is so absorbing and that the users can forget about their problems or escape negative emotions while online. They also get the instant gratification when they are online. The search engines help the users find what they want quickly. For example, either the information or the gambling opportunities or the pornography. This instant gratification encourages them to stay online.